A number of our viewers tell us that they often hear law enforcement tell us what they can't do instead of what they can do when it comes to the crime crisis. How do you plan to balance your residents' high expectations for crime-fighting solutions with the limitations of staffing, resources, and budget? Mr. Jones, I'll give you 60 seconds.
Well, again, that's where partnerships come into play. Being in law enforcement today, law enforcement is a current and continuous evolution. You have to be creative with the resources that you have available, and you have to be able to identify the resources that you have, be able to identify them and put your resources where they are most needed. And again, partnerships is very important because you have other people that are on the same page as your law enforcement agency that want to provide services to the city of Jackson, to Hinds County, and other municipalities within Hinds County as well. Not only that, an open line of communication with the public is always very key and very essential when it comes to fighting crime. You want to have the trust of the community at all times. They know who are out in the communities committing these crimes. You want to have their trust factor with them so they will feel safe to be able to report it to your agency. You take that information and you're able to solve some of the crimes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Christopher, what can you do as far as what can you do as far as what you can't do?
Well, thank you very much. I know we have limitations in and around our capital city. And one of them is, as you indicated, funding. And so what I want folks to know, the relationship between the Hinds County Sheriff and the Board of Supervisors is imperative. They are the budget keepers. They're the ones who ensure that we have enough resources, monetary resources, to be able to deal with crime in and around our capital city. So my relationship with the Board of Supervisors is second to none. I have a relationship with the entire board. By virtue of me being here as the sheriff, the interim sheriff, lets you know that that relationship is strong. I had 3 votes and 2 no votes. I want to be very clear with that, which means that I got 5 votes. So at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, it takes that relationship to make the sheriff department work. As I mentioned earlier, the administrative background, the budgetary background, the education background, but also those relationships are very critical in terms of making sure we answer the call in reducing crime in our capital city. So we have to have the resources to do it, and we have to have people that are on the board to help it make it happen.
You guys have been talking a lot about relationships tonight. What is your thoughts on the state of relations between the Sheriff's Office and Jackson Police, and are you satisfied with the partnership between the 2 departments right now? Mr. Christopher, I'll give you 60 seconds to respond.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me answer that question. Give me that question one more time.
Your relationship between the Hinds County Sheriff's Office and JPD. Are you satisfied with that relationship as it stands right now? Where do you stand?
Yes, sir. Absolutely satisfied with it. James Davis and I have actually had an opportunity to talk on many occasions about how we can join forces with each other in order to tackle crime in and around our capital city. We were just together today and looking at the Jackson Detention Center downtown to talk about where we can actually put misdemeanor defendants. And so on many occasions, even with the gun suppression unit, the Jackson Police Department under the leadership of James Davis stepped up to the plate first and foremost and said, we want to be a part of this unit. And they have been very instrumental in ensuring that we get these dirty guns off the street. So I do believe the relationship between the Hinds County Sheriff's Department and the Jackson Police Department have to be paramount, have to be tight in order to reduce crime in and around the city of Jackson. I can't say enough about the relationship that I have with the chief of Jackson Police Department and making sure that we're protecting the citizens of Hinds County.
Thank you very much.